Hello. Hopefully you can hear me okay. This is gonna be hard to do. I'm not totally sure. Hi. Who this video is really for me or the people who watch, but I felt like I owed it to at least myself to do this. You might have noticed I haven't been around the last couple days, and if you're a long-time viewer, you'll know that the channel's a few years old, but I haven't really been consistent with it at all. So I come and go, and I don't know. I want to keep doing this, so I felt like in order to make that work, I would need to, I don't know, talk about what the channel is to me, and where I keep going, and all that. So, where to even start? I guess I might as well just talk about me and why things are kind of infrequent and all that. Yeah, so basically I have bipolar disorder. You could say anything, remember I don't exist. That's true. Well, it's good to know that I'm free to say whatever I like. So I have bipolar, and it's, you know, I know maybe a lot of people say that, like, you know, mood swings and all that, but this is actual, like, you know, clinical bipolar. I take medication for it, and for anybody who's not familiar with what that is, it means you basically cycle between two states, one of mania, or in my case it's called hypomania, which is not as bad, and depression is the other one. And I'm bipolar 2, who generally have more depression than mania. So but yeah, what mania is you basically feel excited about, you know, things. You get into you know, in my case it's like new hobbies or new projects that you want to do, and you focus on them or fixate on them to kind of a ridiculous degree, and while you're doing it, it's fine, you know, like while you're in that state, you just feel, you know, really happy about everything and excited, and the world is great, and you know, you have all these big plans in your head for what, you know, whatever thing you're doing is gonna be. And then who knows how long that lasts, right? There's no a set amount of time that lasts, and then you swing the other way into depression. And that a lot of times is brought on by stuff that you did during your manic phase. Like, you'll spend a lot of money, or ignore your own health, or not get sleep, or ignore the people around you because you're so into what you're doing. And then you start feeling guilty about all that, and then swing into that depression phase. And that can last, I mean, the mania can last any amount of time. It's usually a few weeks to a month. And then the depression portion can be who knows how long. You know, sometimes it's a week, or sometimes it's a day, but sometimes it's a month. Sometimes it's a few months. And it's, you know, it's not something, I mean, usually when I go through this, the only people I feel that I'm hurting or accountable to are myself and Bex, my partner. But with this channel, it feels different. Because I feel like I set up goals for myself that I can't possibly live up to. You know, I want I want to show up and have fun and make people laugh, or expose people to something interesting that they haven't seen before, you know, with like a different game or whatever. But I'll have a depression day or whatever, and I won't feel like streaming, so I'll tell myself, oh, I'll just take this day off, it's not going to be a big deal. But that's not the way depression works. You make me laugh in most of the games you play I've never heard of. Well, that's good. I mean, that's another thing about depression, is a lot of it's not real, but it feels real. So what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. But basically, I set up these expectations that I can't live up to. Hi, Josh. And, you know, so I take a day off and I think, oh, it'll be fine. But then the next day, you know, I don't really feel better yet. So I tell myself I can take another day off. So I do, but then in the back of my head, because bipolar is not the only thing I have. I also have, this is the hard one. This is why I'm doing this live and not in a video. If I made a video, I probably would just never post it, or I would want to edit it to hell and back. But I also have anxiety, and that comes from PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. So there's another component to that, is when I feel like I've let people down, then I feel like I can't face them anymore. That I failed people, and that's, failing people is the worst feeling for me. So instead of feeling like I'm keep coming back and failing people over and over, I just disappear instead. I know, and I come back after a while because that feeling lessens over time. But because of the nature of bipolar, you feel happy and excited to do it again. And then eventually you don't. You know, the depression comes back and you feel the same way again and do the same thing again. You know? And maybe you try to change something because you feel like, oh, I can't come back unless there's something new. I need like a better version of me to show up, and that's what people will watch for. You know, you're not bringing just the you who was a failure back. You're bringing something else. So that's why I've tried to make the channel so many different things. But I wanted to make this video to explain that to people so they would know if I don't show up. It's not because I don't care or want to do this anymore. And and something hasn't happened to me. I don't want people to worry. I mean, over the pandemic, I disappeared for 8 months. That was a really hard time. And, you know, relating to other people is hard enough for me. But during a time like that, it just wasn't, I couldn't do it. So, yeah, I wanted to make this and explain that and what I do actually want to do with the channel, because I don't want to give it up. I really do care about the people who come by and watch and comment and make silly jokes with me, even if some of the time I don't even understand what you're talking about. I'm sure I've done the same thing. So what I want the channel to be going forward, it will just be, I don't know. I'm still gonna do this. I like the VTuber thing. I feel like this is a really good expression of myself. Expresses me pretty well in a way that I can't do in real life. And I just think I can't do like a schedule of any kind. I can't, you know, maybe I won't finish games, and, you know, hopefully that's okay with everybody. You know, but there are still things that I want to do. You know, I feel like I'm putting a lot of work into this that I want to show people because I care about it. I mean, I made stuff you guys haven't even seen yet, and I don't want to give up on it. So I think the channel will just be, if you want to come by and watch, and I'm, you know, when I'm live, then great. Hopefully you catch something. I don't know when it'll be. I don't know how often it'll be. I don't know what time of day it'll be. And if not, then if you don't catch it, you can watch the... And you want to watch the replay, you can do that. I'll stream even if nobody's watching, because I know that even if you're not watching live, then you might see it later. And I always enjoyed reading your comments, and I'll reply to them too. Oh, thanks. So, I don't know how soon I'll be back with anything. I realize I've been neglecting, I'm making a visual novel game, and it's, you know, it's something I really want to do. I think it'll be really great when it's finished. But it had taken a backseat to everything else that I was trying to do in the meantime, and I want to get back to it, so I'm probably going to dedicate a lot of time to that. And because of the nature of it, it's not, I can't share, you know, too much of it. You know, it's not, I thought about it before, like, oh, is there something about the creative process that I could live stream? And there really isn't. You know, me sitting at a computer and writing dialogue that I don't want anyone to read yet for hours would not be interesting, and it'd probably be pretty distracting for me too. But I'll put out updates when I have anything more to say about it, which will hopefully be soon. I'm working on writing the whole script right now. I have the outline done. I have to break it all down into scenes and then start programming it. Well, I think maybe that's all for now. There's a lot more I could say, you know, but I feel like that's pretty good for now. I don't want anyone to worry about me. Like I said, I do take medication for it. I am in therapy, and maybe this is part of it. You know, part of my getting better is being able to talk about this with people who care and are willing to support me even when I'm not perfect. So here's the cat emoji for you. Thank you so much, Fluffy. Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate it. Alright, well, I feel a lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I hope I hope you come back. I hope you stick around. If you're a long-time viewer, thanks so much for everything. And if you're new, thanks for watching. I have a lot of old videos you can watch. I think they're pretty funny. Anyway, thanks everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you again soon. I don't know when, but I'll be back. Love you guys.